Boruto Chapter 1 of the manga and Episode 1 of the anime has left fans wondering for about 3 years now. Just what is the fate of Naruto Uzumaki? Konoha has been destroyed before the events of Boruto vs. Kawaki, Naruto's fate is unknown, and some think that he's dead while others think that he's been sealed away. Regardless, Konoha has been destroyed and the current Hokage is nowhere to be found. This has led to many fans debating who should be the 8th Hokage and who should surpass Naruto. One name that has come up as a dark horse candidate is Sakura Haruno, the person many people deemed to be the weakest member of Team 7 and a character who is arguably the most hated character in the Naruto franchise. In today's video, I want to take a look at the possibility of Sakura Haruno as a dark horse candidate for Hokage and look at whether or not she's qualified for the title of 8th Hokage. Now, just to be clear, there are a bunch of people who think that Kakashi could take back up the title of Hokage if anything happens to Naruto. However, the idea of Sakura being a dark horse candidate is a very real possibility and it's one that I'm intrigued by, so that's why I'm doing this video. Going back to the Naruto manga, just after the pain arc had wrapped up and Tsunade was in her comatose state, Konoha higher-ups met with the feudal lord to discuss who should be the next Hokage. It was during that moment that we learned in detail for the very first time what goes into selecting the Hokage. In chapter 450, we see a few of the requirements when Kakashi's name is put forth as a Hokage candidate. Name recognition from being the son of the White Fang, a shinobi whose power was stated to rival the legendary Sani. His power and skill as a shinobi was also touted. His strong virtue was brought up by others. His teacher being the 4th Hokage was something that was also brought up. We can gather from this that your name recognition matters, as does your skill as a shinobi, as does your moral core, and finally just who your teacher was. When we take all that into account, a case can be made that Sakura checks off all of these boxes. Sakura is known by many as a member of Team 7, the team that consists of Hokage Naruto and his rival in power is Sasuke Uchiha. Her efforts in the war, as I've covered in a video on my Kryptonian Saiyan channel, as well as how strong is Sakura on this channel Naruto Explained, have made her well known all throughout the Naruto world. Her power as a ninja as well as her skill has been stated by various characters to have surpassed that of Tsunade's, with the most recent statement for this coming in the timeline when you look at the novelization for Naruto Boruto the movie, where it was revealed that Sakura is considered by many to be a worthy replacement of Naruto if he did decide to step down. Sakura's original sensei was Kakashi Hatake, the man made famous by his Sharingan and who would eventually become the 6th Hokage. Kakashi, a man trained by the 4th Hokage, who was trained by the 3rd Hokage's favorite student. Her second teacher was Tsunade herself, the granddaughter of the 1st Hokage and a student of the 3rd Hokage. Most importantly, Tsunade was Hokage herself. Both branches of Sakura's training are rooted deep in the tree of the Hokage lineage. That combined with her skill and power pushes her out front in comparison to the other candidates. Sure, Konohamaru Sarutobi has a dream of becoming 8th Hokage and it's really cool to think that he will take Naruto's place, and he is the grandson of the 3rd Hokage, but he still doesn't check off the other boxes. Let's look at his teacher. His teacher, Ebisu, was someone who was a special Jonin, who was stated to have trained elite ninja, and yet we have no idea who these elite ninja are, and he has no real Hokage related roots. Ebisu isn't also a particularly powerful ninja. Konohamaru also leaves a bit to be desired in terms of power and name recognition. While he did take down one of the 6 paths of pain as a child, as an adult, he struggled at times in battle. While Kashin Koji did acknowledge his skill as being worthy of being a member of the Sarutobi clan, Konohamaru, his name isn't as well known. Now, when we look at Shikamaru, he has the virtue and he was respected enough that the feudal lord once sought to give him a job as one of his personal guards, way back when Shikamaru was just a chunin. His sensei was the son of the 3rd Hokage, and he's married to the daughter of the late Kage. Shikamaru has everything except arguably the power that's required, but his intellect more than makes up for that, and his power as an adult has grown to the point where he's able to restrain the 5 Kage before Naruto casually flexed and ripped apart his shadow paralysis jutsu. Shikamaru feels confident enough about his skill and power that he thinks he can actually kill a couple of the 5 Kage, so he's stronger than many people give him credit for. However, Sakura, it can be argued, has just as much claim to the position as Hokage as her teacher Tsunade, if not a tad bit more, for being honest. We've seen what a medical ninja can do to protect the village. For as much havoc as pain caused during his invasion, the casual casualties would have been a lot worse. Tsunade exhausted herself while keeping the villagers alive, healing ninja in real time, all while giving orders to all those around her. Sakura's chakra, her skill, and her power has surpassed Tsunade, which means if she needed to protect the village, she could serve a very similar role, as well as step in to fight if need be. I know Sakura's pretty unpopular with fans, but to write her off as not being a Hokage candidate at this point is willful ignorance. So as a question to you guys, who do you think is the best 8th Hokage candidate, and why do you think so? But as always guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Have an awesome day guys.